Do you struggle to come up with content ideas for your YouTube channel or your blog? Well, stay tuned because today I'm going to share some tips to help you start building an endless bank of content ideas that you can share with your audience. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Boss Tip Thursday. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're new to this channel, consider joining the community. Hit that red subscribe button for weekly videos on productivity and mindset and business. So no matter what kind of business you're running, whether you're an author, whether you're a freelancer, whether you are a health coach, your main objective should be to build a community, to start building an audience who you can share valuable and helpful content as it pertains to your niche. Not only will this help you build an audience, but it will also position you as a go-to expert. The problem is that a lot of people struggle to know what to blog about or what to make videos about. I know that was the case for me in the beginning, and that's why today I want to share 3 ways to help you find topics that your audience will love. Now, these ways are more for YouTube videos or for blog posts, but it can kind of work for social media content as well. The first thing is that you must know your audience well. For you to be able to create content that your audience is actually looking for, you have to know exactly who they are. I talk about this extensively in my book, Online Business Success, and I even share a bonus workbook with a ton of questions to help you create what's known as an ideal customer avatar, or ICA for short. Basically, an ICA is a made-up fictional character. It's one person that represents your overall audience and who you're trying to make content for. Creating an ICA isn't meant to exclude people from your content. All kinds of people will still consume what you put out there. It's just to make your videos and your blog posts direct, cohesive, and just specific and straight to the point. That's one thing that it'll help you do. But another thing that an ICA will help you with is to know exactly what kind of content your audience is looking for. If, for example, your ideal customer avatar are fit single moms, then you know what kind of content to create. Your topics would most likely be about quick, healthy recipes, 10-minute workouts, and exercises you can do for your kids. If, on the other hand, your ideal customer avatar were health conscious college students, then the topics would kind of shift a little bit. The topics would most likely be healthy meals on a budget, quick lunches, and maybe exercises you can do in a dorm room. So here are some questions to help you start creating your ideal customer avatar so that you know what kind of content to create. First of all, you must know who are you creating content for. What does their daily life look like? What do they struggle with? What kind of questions would they have about the services and products that you offer? And how is your content going to help them? The second way is to make sure you're writing it all down. When an idea sparks off in your head, write it down as soon as possible. You may think you'll remember later, but chances are you won't. When you have a specific place where you're storing all your ideas, you'll remember later, number one, but also it kind of makes you more attentive. You pay more attention when you're reading books, watching videos, listening to podcasts, and also when you come up with ideas and you go and store them, try to keep them in separate buckets. This is something that I learned in Amy's book, Vlog Like a Boss. I've mentioned this book before on this channel, and I'll continue to recommend it because it does an awesome job at just pushing you to start that vlog, to start that website, or whatever it is you want to create. And it also gives you a lot of useful tips to actually go about creating the videos. So for me, my buckets right now are Mom Boss Monday, which are self-help and self-development videos, and then Boss Tip Thursday, which is more business strategy and tutorials. So going with that health coach example, the buckets can be exercises, recipes, workout gear. They can also be called themes. So you can also just create themes so you can be sure that you're creating various type of content to help your audience. And the final way to come up with content ideas is to just answer questions. I'm making this video because a couple people did ask me, how do I come up with content ideas? I made a video about YouTube cover art because a subscriber asked me to. So whenever possible, aim to make videos about questions people are already asking you. And if it makes sense and that's the type of content you want to put out, then just go ahead and do that. These are the best type of videos to make because if one person has a question, that means there's a lot of other people that do too. But when you're just getting started, if you don't have a list of questions to answer for your audience, there are a couple things you can do. So you can go onto Facebook groups that are around your topic that you're talking about and just join the conversation. Make note of anything that people ask, any concerns that they're expressing. And you can also use the search bar in that Facebook group to search keywords like help or advice or question. If you input those keywords into the search bar, it will populate all the posts that have that keyword in it. And these are great topics to make videos about. You can also go onto YouTube videos that are related to your topic or YouTube channels and check out the comments. Check out what they're asking, what are their questions, and what are they asking about. And make note of that, and you can create a video for your audience about that topic. Another thing you can do is to check out what's already popular online. BuzzSumo.com is a great website that will populate all the posts that have been shared the most. Pinterest and Facebook and Twitter, all those posts. And you can make videos about that since that's clearly something people are already searching for. You can also try askthepublic.com. They will show you the most popular asked questions on Google and other search engines. And then the final thing is to just think back when you were a beginner. We all started at the bottom in whatever industry we're in right now. And think back to the questions you had at that moment. So if you're a health coach, going back to that same example, what questions did you have at the start of your journey? When you were just starting, what did you wish was out there? Did you ever wish there was a video or a blog post to help you on a certain topic? You can make videos about that. I hope those 3 ways help you start to build your bank of content ideas. But having a long list of ideas is only half the battle. You still have to find a way to publish that content consistently. So there will be a part 2 to this video. Make sure to stay tuned for that. Subscribe so you'll be notified when it goes live. I'll share a way that you can streamline your process so that you're publishing content consistently. Meanwhile, make sure to hit the thumbs up on this video if you found it helpful and share it with a friend. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your week and I'll see you next time.